He's a comedian, a storyteller, and a talk show host himself, and now the author. Check this out. Of a book of hilarious stories about it I'm about to do. Please welcome Chris Gethard.
How's it going?
Good.
That's good.
Do you recognize that music there?
I'm not sure if it's
That-
on. Now is that on?
Yeah, I think so.
I think you're I owe you an email, Matt. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Matt and I are friends and I've been backed up on emails.
Yeah, no, it's all right. That was your theme. That was your theme song.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We tried.
I
We
hear
tried to
it.
do something
Just the
special.
first little bit.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that.
Well, I thought we'd blow you away with that one. And
No, I got it. Yeah. When I walked in, I was like, I recognize that.
Yeah, well,
it is a theme song to my own.
it is.
Yeah.
Your own talk show. You have your own talk show, the Chris Gethard Show.
On public access television.
That's right, Manhattan Neighborhood Network.
Yeah, that's the one.
Wednesdays, 11 p.m.
Every Wednesday live, 11 p.m. And it's weird.
It is weird. It's funny and fun and very weird.
Yeah, it's a little chaotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's it going?
I'm underselling it.
You are really, yeah, you're really the soft seller here. What? Come on, this is.
It's good. Yeah, it's fun.
Well, you started the show at the UCB, right?
Yeah, we did it for 2 years at the UCB once a month, then we switched it over there. We've been doing we did an episode a couple weeks ago where like there was a dominatrix and I wasn't allowed to host the show unless she allowed me to. Last week we did a show called The Night of Zero Laughs where if anybody laughed they had to walk off screen.
Yeah, that's
dumb
weird stuff. The conceits are great, and it's like. In New York City, there's no shortage of weird people to have the show. Kind of like old Joe Franklin show.
Yeah, I grew up with Uncle Floyd. Did you ever see Uncle Floyd?
I didn't, but you're a New Jersey guy.
You like Uncle Floyd, huh?
Yeah.
Super weird, right?
Yeah, very weird.
My brother.
All right, nice to meet you. Okay.
We're making some connections here. But yeah, so you just, I guess you draw these characters from your childhood there, Uncle Floyd.
Yeah. Uncle Floyd was like, how would you describe? It was like a weird. It was like a kid show that you immediately realized no kids watch.
He was actually on channel 47 in those days, which was really weird. UHF, it was crazy.
Yeah, and he used to like, if he would they wouldn't edit out. Like if he messed up, they wouldn't edit it out. His cameraman would just be like, Floyd, you're an idiot. Come on. Idiot. That was like a real big inspiration to me.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
And so you're in the show that you did at the UCB, and there's a very famous aspect of the show that you actually had Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Sean Combs, appearances in the New York Times, like national news.
Yeah.
That was a huge deal.
Yeah, that was I went on Twitter and I tried to convince Al Roker to come do my show. And like 6 minutes after I posted it, Al Roker was like, not doing it. And I was like, well, I don't want to go someone less than Al Roker, so who's the most unattainable person? I was like, probably Sean Combs. So I started tweeting at him, asking him to do the show, and then a few days later, all these other people had started asking so they thought it was funny, and he was like, yeah. And I was like, whoa. And it took him like 14 months to do it. We talked on the phone a bunch of times. Yeah, it was weird.
You guys busy developing new flavors of rock?
Oh yeah, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
And then the night of was really crazy, on many levels. One of my favorite things was that his assistant was like, you don't have to get anything as far as like craft services, just applesauce, just Mott's applesauce. And then he didn't touch it.
You didn't touch that?
Just the applesauce.
Maybe he just feels more comfortable in a situation where there's applesauce available. It's a safety net in a sense.
Yeah. And people have been like, oh, well, that's just them trying to check to make sure you get all the other stuff. But there was no. It was just the applesauce.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we need this type of sound equipment and this type of food and this type of blah, 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 and also applesauce.
And the cheap stuff too.
Mott's, yeah.
Nothing organic in that.
No, not this Whole Foods.
Whole Foods, yeah. Well, that was amazing. I mean, amazing. Puff Daddy, are you guys, I know you're still great friends today. What'd you guys do for New Year's?
No, you imagine wrong.
No?
I've never seen or heard from him since.
No.
Which disappoints me, but I do have his number. I have his cell number in my phone. So I have that.
Wow. Which he quickly changed after he gave it.
I bet he did.
Yeah.
I bet he did.
I mean, you're really, I'm a talk show host now trying to be, you've been doing this for a lot longer, and it's really inspirational because you really just kind of went for it. You do it yourself, bring it to cable access, and I love this tour you did. You took your show on the road.
Yes,
Let's tell us about that. That's
Thank you for saying that's inspirational. The good thing about failing at every traditional job is you have to do your own thing.
Exactly.
So that if that's inspiration, that counts. Resiliency in the face of failure. Yeah, we did a show where the whole cast was on an RV, and we didn't plan it. We just let people tell us where to go online, and then we filmed it. And it was a very poor choice. We were like, well, we'll post videos every day, like a few hours after we film it, and that was just the generator on our RV broke the second day. We almost crashed into a bridge in Boston, and then it culminated. Probably the worst it got was I was being in Texas. I was being just like annoying, I guess, because the guys on the RV pulled over and just threw me out. We were 40 miles outside of Waco, and I had to try to figure out how to get to Waco. And I would maintain if you're trying to get to Waco, Texas, you have found yourself in some dire straits. You're like, I just gotta get to Waco, man, and then things will be A-okay. That's when you know you've gone awry.
The Branch Davidians are waiting for him there, What's all these poor decisions that you made?
Yeah.
You have made a lot.
I have.
And there's no secret to anyone.
No.
In fact, you wanted to make them very public, so that's why you wrote this book. Is that correct? Is that fair to say?
Yes, a bad idea.
Bad idea about to do. It's out now, doing very well.
Thank you.
Second printing.
Yeah, that's the good thing about when your publishing company only prints a handful of copies because they don't believe in you. That second printing comes quick.
This is first edition. This is going to be...
That's first edition. Yeah, hang on to that.
I will. I'm going to keep it mint. Not going to open it. No. I have read it. I have read some of it. And I heard you give a reading.
Okay, yeah.
At the Steamboat series, Bob Powers' reading.
Yeah.
This was... So you tell these stories. The subtitle is True Tales of Seriously Poor Judgment and Stunningly Awkward Adventure. And, I mean... You set it up right at the beginning. No one goes headfirst into these awkward situations and confrontational situations the way you do, and it kind of gives birth to all these amazing stories. And you've been telling them on stage for a long time.
Yeah.
Now that it's written, it's a little different.
It's scarier, yeah. I can, because on stage I can like start talking about something, and if the crowd doesn't like it, I'll be like, oh, I'll lead it this other way. But now it's on a written page, so there's no denying the things I've done.
It's all here for eternity, unless there's some kind of Fahrenheit 451 situation.
December, right? That's when the world ends.
Yeah, I guess so. So you're saying
just the time.
Just tell Scott that having a sidekick is not a bad idea.
It's not at all.
It's not. No, I love it. I need you here.
I feel like during our interview you haven't said much, but it's been comforting to have you here on my end. I felt very comfortable knowing that you're here.
I'd like to throw to you, but then when you clam up, if I bring up a little bit of a marijuana trail.
I'm still thinking of the brownie pot. I'm still thinking about
I saw that. I saw that. That was, you went crazy, man.
Is that normal? I don't know. Is that typical?
I haven't done drugs in many years, but the last time I did, probably 30 years ago, I ate a pot cookie and went and saw Tyler Perry's I Can Do Bad All I went very, very early, and there was, in the lobby, me and my friend, we went and there was a Star Trek video game that you had to sit inside and shoot at the screen, and we were both in there playing, and there was a curtain, and the curtain, somebody pulled it open, and like a 7 or 8-year-old African-American boy just came inside the machine and sat down, and we just kept playing. And then he left, and my friend was like, you saw that, right? It's pretty weird that his parents were never on top of that.
Yeah.
I gotta go inside a small dark booth with 2 kids on drugs.
That's scary. That's not responsible.
Yeah.
So the book is out and it's available in bookstores, and you've been calling yourself, you've been doing this marketing technique, calling yourself the king of authors.
I'm the king of authors, yeah.
You're calling out all the other authors, trash talking.
Any other author.
You make these videos in your apartment, and I think you're topless in all of them. Is that fair to assume?
Yeah.
I have an example here, and it actually kind of ties into the pot cookie stuff. Let's roll this quick example of Chris Gethard calling out one of the authors, I think.
Yo. Bad idea I'm about to do. That's my new book. Order it up now, man. We're 3 behind Whoopi Goldberg, and that's unacceptable. That's on Amazon. Alright? Look, I got people telling me that I'm going to call out authors, and their names come up, a name that I love, a name of a guy I grew up with, that name, Dr. Seuss. Maybe I grew up with you, kid, but you're about to get called out anyway, alright, guys? We all know your real name's Ted Geisel, alright? Dr. Seuss, first of all, I just called you out on that. Second of all, man, those books, I like those books. Everybody says those books are genius. Yeah, I guess they're genius. Or they read like somebody who just took a pot cookie and then started drawing. Pot cookie and started drawing. That's every Dr. Seuss book. You want me to write a Dr. Seuss book right now? I'm the king of authors. I'll write a Dr. Seuss book right now. Muddle the Duddle lived in the land of the Tuddles, where trouble was trouble amongst all the Tuddles, and Muddle the Duddle, perhaps amongst Tuddles, was most well known for being a buttle. I didn't have to take the pot cookie, because I'm the king of authors, alright? So Dr. Seuss, man, R.I.P., but straight up, you just got destroyed.
Totally, you got what was coming.
I think I finally said what we were all thinking.
Well, guys, if you want a boatload of laughs, especially boatload, yacht load maybe? I mean, what's bigger than a boat? The cruise ship disaster? No, not I'm not trying to say this book reads like the cruise ship disaster. I'm saying there are a lot of amazing stories in there.
That's the worst thing that I've gotten so far. I'm going to compare it directly to the worst thing that's happened lately.
I could blur the second edition, baby, and put that on there.
I'm good, man. Cruise ship disaster of a book.
You're misinterpreting my words, Chris. It's an amazing book. Check it out. Chris Gethard's doing a show Wednesdays. Thanks so much, man.
Thank you so much.